Da-da-dun, da-da-dun, da-da-dun. Welcome back to the three-quarter guard MMA Podcast. We haven't seen you guys in a while.
What's up? How's everyone doing?
Hello, I'm Shade. This is my friend Eric, who has contracted the Mexican flu. And we're here to talk about mixed martial arts. Yeah, he's dying slowly inside.
I was on vacay for about 2 weeks in Mexico. Second to last day. Last beach day. I was just hanging out at the beach with the lady, minding my own business. All of a sudden, a young Mexican boy sneezed all on the left side of my body. Thought it was all right. I was a bit mortified. The wife laughed. Fast forward a day later, I'm getting chills and getting these throat things, and my nose is all stuffy and blah, 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 but whatever. I'm sure I'll be all right. My Ecuadorian genes will kick in and hopefully make me feel better. So we'll see how that goes.
It happens to the best of us, bro.
We didn't want to miss you guys for a third week. You know, all two of you. But yeah, here we go. We missed a lot these past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw Dos Santos and Lewis last night. Yes. We had UFC 235 a week ago. Correct. And then we had UFC Prague the week before that. Where to start? I don't even know. A lot of stuff has happened. Kamaru Usman is the new welterweight king. Holy shit. That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm just gonna pull up these this right here.
I'm gonna put this phone on vibrate. So
and Blackowitz. Did we talk about Blackowitz Santos? I don't think so, right?
No, we did not. We did not talk about Blackwood. That happened literally right before I left. So
yeah, that's fucking Blackowitz versus Santos.
Let's see that. I completely
Thiago Santos.
I mean, I remember
keeping the ball.
I remember the main
rolling.
event. Yeah. Santos.
That was Prague.
After having a slobber knocker with Jimmy Manua and beating Jimmy Manua, goes in and beats Blackowitz in Prague.
Decisively too.
Yeah. Got another TKO. 2 TKO victories in a row by some two light heavyweight prospects who have been in the top 10 for quite some time. Not a bad time.
Watch out for these middleweights, bro. They're coming in.
Not a bad time for the light heavyweight division. I mean, you got Luke Rockhold wanting to come into the light heavyweight division. We'll see what kind of noise he makes when he makes the noise.
He's like, I used to be the champ, and so I'm not gonna fucking fight until.
Well, summer's coming, so he has to start sporting the summer collection for Polo. And Polo Blue, I'm sure, needs a new commercial. So there's where that goes.
Fight or don't fight, motherfucker.
Damn. All right.
He's gonna talk all this shit to people, and he's not gonna fight. Come on.
Goodness. All right. Well,
he was talking shit about Anthony Smith.
Well, you know how he feels about that. We talked about Ngannou and Velasquez, right?
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. What's let me see the fight card for Blackowitz and Santos. What the hell happened there? I feel like was that the only thing that happened? I think there was other fights on that card, right? Or was it just like a one card thing? Like, I forget.
Not very good. Stefan Struve won and retired.
Stefan Struve. Well, yeah, he did win and retire. Yeah,
he retired.
He rode out into the sunset. Stefan Struve got a submission win the second round after looking like he was in trouble from the very beginning. Marcos de Lima. But yeah, that was good.
John Dodson, look at that fro.
John Dodson lost a decision to Peter Yan, which Peter Yan's actually been making some noise. I actually thought he was a flyweight. Was he a flyweight?
I mean, maybe, but I mean, John Dodson was also a flyweight.
That's true. Probably moved him up now.
I mean, a lot of flyweights, I'm sure, are migrating north to the bantamweight.
Yeah, makes sense. I mean, nobody knows what's going on with that. I'm thinking Henry Cejudo is going to move up to bantamweight and try to take that title from Dillashaw.
John Dodson looks like a little kid.
Making noise. Yeah, he always looks like a little kid. Yeah, that's kind of reminds me of
Love you, John Dodson.
Yeah, but yeah, we have that.
Really? Oh, yeah, Tamor lost. Oh, no, that's the brother. That's the guy's brother.
Both Tamor brothers lost. The other Tamor lost yesterday. Not a good couple of weeks for the Tamors. Unfortunately, Jillian Robertson won by submission, beat Veronica Macedo by submission. That was a good win by her. I think that's the strawweight division, if I'm not mistaken, or the flyweight division. I forget. I'll be perfectly honest.
Rustam Kabalov came back and lost.
I'll be perfectly honest with you guys. Between vacationing in Mexico and watching the last two cards, UFC 235 and yesterday's card, I've kind of lost what happened at UFC Prague. Good card though, I heard. It's a couple of finishes and stuff like that, but. Hats off to Thiago Santos. I think we'll be talking about him a little bit later when we start looking at the light heavyweight division and how it's looking. It's looking pretty fucking stacked, to be honest with you.
Rustam Kabalov, wasn't he the one? He fought for belt, right?
No.
Was that him?
No.
Isn't it Rustam something?
He got a top prospector spot.
But I remember it was another Dagestani dude. He fought Ben Henda. Benda. He fought him for the belt and lost.
I don't think he fought him for the belt. I think he fought him in like a prospector fight after Hendo lost.
It was for the belt. I don't
sure?
know who it was, though.
But like Hendo lost the belt and then went against him.
No.
I think you are remembering it wrong, my friend.
Rustam Kabalov.
Yeah. No, it was a headliner. It was a headliner after he lost the belt. Yeah, see, he lost the belt to Anthony Smith.
Wait,
yeah.
But I was pretty sure. I thought it was for a title. What?
Nah.
Crazy?
That was after he lost to Anthony Pettis. Hendo went against Edgar twice, I think, or once, or something like that. Gilbert Melendez, Nate Diaz. Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, goodness. My apologies once again. It's just goddamn Mexican flu.
Yeah, bro, you need to get that checked out.
But, yeah, regardless of that, though, Dario Santos had a great showing against a Jean Blachowicz, so good for him. Hats off to him on that part. Yeah, Daylight Savings also had a number on us. Our co-host Shane here woke up a little bit late. That's why we didn't get here till 12:30. I'm not blaming it all on him. I'm just saying.
Fuck you, bro.
I was up by 10:30.
Suck a duck.
Regardless of all that, though.
Dick.
Are you really trying to... I'm pretty sure Wikipedia knows what they're talking about, bro.
I know. I'm just so confused. I know. I'm just looking for like a list of the fights. I wanted to see like the fights.
Oh, that Benson Henderson had?
No, that just in the lightweight division in general. But I think this is only going to be like if it changes hands, it's going to say there. It's not gonna...
Up. Yeah. It's only if it changes hands.
Yeah. But you saw BJ Penn and Clay Guida want to fight. Man, BJ Penn just fucking retired, bro.
Stop talking to him like that.
Stop that shit.
Leave him alone.
Cut that shit out.
I know.
Fucking
he just wants to go. He just wants to go out on a win. That's all.
Isn't he already in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, but he wants to go out on a win. He wants to retire with a win. Let him do his thing. BJ Penn was probably one of the main reasons I got into watching MMA and got into watching the lighter weight classes. So
he's a fucking beast, but you can't hang with these guys. So.
I know it's bad. It's unfortunate, but what are you gonna do?
Thiago Santos, watch out for him and his fucking Hebrew Hammer.
He's kind of been a fucking. He's kind of been a world beater now. Yeah, I don't understand why he has the Star David on his left shoulder. It's very interesting. It's a weird thing too. My wife actually has like a Star David chain that her godfather got her when she was like 8 years old. People wear the star down in like South America a lot, not because they're Jewish, but I think it's just like a kind of like a novelty thing. Kind of like how the cross has become a novelty here in the U.S.
Albie Leibowitz.
That's not bad. Albie Leibowitz. I'm not gonna stop calling her that. All right, let's take a look at the big card this month.
Woo!
UFC 235. The card that was not touched by the MMA gods, thankfully. Yeah. Like we said, maybe all that crap needed to happen that January, that great, what was it, February? That February, where Bellator had two cards.
Needed to get it out of their system.
They needed to get it out of their system just so they can, hey man, if that's the case, I'm all about it. Macy Chazen.
Oh, she's pretty. She lost.
Pauliano Viana. Yeah, she lost.
JK, number 3.
But Macy Chazen. Macy, I think it's Macy Chasen, right? It's not Chasen.
Chase?
Chasen, maybe. Or Chasen.
Like, you know, like a Chase Lounge? Like a Chase Lounge?
Chazen. So then Chazen then.
Chazenhausen.
Macy Chazen. We'll say Macy Chazen. She won the Ultimate Fighter, the last Ultimate Fighter with the women featherweights, but she dropped down to bantamweight.
Yeah, she beat J.C. Penney Husen. Oh, that was a really bad
term. I went over my head, so maybe if I caught it a couple of it's funny now. That's okay. But she won the featherweight Ultimate Fighter, and I wanted to kind of see what she did at featherweight. She's tall, she's got the reach, she's like really. What are her stats exactly? What is she like?
I think 6'5", 240.
She looks really tall, so I think she has like the frame to be a featherweight. Funny enough, maybe she just needs the like muscle because. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, it never really has like exactly what you're looking for.
I don't like this website. There's too much going on.
Yeah, she's number 14 in the women's bantamweight division right now. She's 4-0. That's not bad. She won the ultimate. Yeah, it's really. Go down. The biography might have her. Where's she stand at? 72-inch reach. That's not bad. 71
inches.
Damn, she's like 5'11" then. 5'11"? Yeah, she's 5'11". Yeah, she's 5'11". Yeah, pretty tall. I think she would be good at featherweight, but yeah, man, she freaking made short work of her opponent. whose name I forgot right now, as you can see.
Mazzani.
Yeah, freaking knocked her out. You don't see a lot of knockouts in like the women's division. It kind of came out of nowhere. Yeah, Gina Mazzani, the Danger Mazzani, knocked her out. Really impressive win by her. I'd like to see what she does in the bantamweight division. Quick fact I heard yesterday: Megan Anderson was talking to the press right before Dos Santos Lewis. Apparently, the UFC just signed a bunch of featherweights, women featherweights, to the UFC. One of them being Invicta's current champion, who just happened to follow us the other day. And I'm so angry at myself that I'm forgetting her name. The Phenom.
Barrow.
Yeah, right. I'm terrible at this.
I'm
sick, bro. I'm sick, so I'm sick.
Excuses, bro.
That's why I ain't got no time. Felicia Spencer. Forgive me, Felicia Spencer. Thank you so much for the follow the other day.
Hey,
the Invicta featherweight champion. She was recently signed to the UFC, so we're going to see what happens there. But apparently the UFC signed a lot of new featherweight women to their roster, so it's exciting times. We'll see what happens there.
Cyborg, you still got a job.
One quick thing also let me just quick segue from there. PFL just signed a deal with ESPN as well. They're going to have I think 20 cards this year.
I'm very happy about that.
20 cards this year on that. And they have a new women's lightweight division.
Lightweight?
Yeah, bro. Women fighting at 155. What the fuck? So that's kind of exciting. That's like those are like heavyweights, I guess, or super heavyweights, you would say, in the women's division.
Women fight each other every event.
I don't know, man. Apparently, they're really excited about this lightweight division. Maybe they have a couple of prospects there that they're going to bring in. People that can't cut the featherweight. I don't know, but
I see a lot of women walking around, and not many of them are going to be 155.
A lot of women walking around.
And not just 155, but like 155 like professional athletes. It's not that many of them.
Well, I mean, Serena Williams is pretty big. I'm sure she.
She's gonna cross over.
Why the fuck not?
Cross over to MMA.
Why the fuck not,
She's
bro?
She's only like 39 years old.
Why the fuck not? There's a lot of boxers that are like that as well. Why the hell not? But shouts out to PFL and their new women's lightweight division, and shouts out to Felicia Spencer,
and shout out with UFC. To Diego the Nightmare Sanchez, who kicked off the prelims of UFC 235.
That was quite a show with by the original Ultimate Fighter, the Nightmare / the Dream, Diego Sanchez. Mickey Gall was coming in. Mickey Gall is just that young prospect that everybody really likes, huh?
Mickey Gall said he had trouble making weight.
I could believe that. I mean, well, it was a welterweight bout. Oh no, I guess it is welterweight. He's a pretty big welterweight, though. Yeah, I mean, he could fight a middleweight. He's a big young kid.
He's a big frame, but he's pretty skinny. Yeah, I don't know. He's just I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. I don't know what to say.
I don't know. I don't know what to say about that. I mean,
but no, he was
maybe some excuse.
Everyone thought this was going to be Diego Sanchez's last, song, his swan song. Yeah, man.
28, and you're getting beat up by a 30, 40-year-old.
Wow, 27 actually. 27. But 6'2", 170 pounds at welterweight. There's a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He was just gassed. Yeah, you can tell. After Diego Sanchez knocked him down, he was gassed. He was trying his damnedest to survive, but he just. Well, it's not happening for him.
Well, Diego doing his damn thing, man. Still hanging in there.
Diego's fucking savage.
I didn't think he had it in. I thought he was pretty out.
The Nightmare, the Dream, Lionheart, El Corazón de León, if you will. That's also another nickname he has. Great performance for him that night. I honestly thought, when I saw that happening, I was like, oh, something's got to give, or something's going to happen. But nah, man.
Yeah, after he's, getting knocked out by fucking Matt Brown and Ali Quinta and shit.
Yeah, that's true. After that, we had... Cody Steadman defeat Alejandro Perez, unanimous decision. And then
Song Yadong.
Yeah.
Lost to Alejandro Perez.
No.
Looking at there, bro.
I think no. That's what I think. That's UFC. You gotta update your shit.
What?
No. Song Yadong did not. No. Cody Steadman went in for Song Yadong.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, and Cody Steadman won, apparently. Yeah, it's very awkward. Come on, UFC, get your shit together. But fuck, one of the big stories of that fucking weekend, Johnny Walker,
bro.
Holy fucking shit, fucking guy.
I like him, but he's kind of an idiot at the same time.
He's one of the most goofiest...
His post-fight celebration, he jumps and falls flat on the mat and fucking dislocates his shoulder.
When he goes in there, bro, he lands the shots. He lands these flying knees. He lands these fucking kick techniques. He lands all these shots.
Fighter.
Very dynamic fighter, very exciting to watch, especially in the light heavyweight division right now.
They need that light.
Yeah, exactly, dude. Everyone's talking about Johnny Walker, thinking he's going to be the next big thing. He, as you said, separated his left shoulder, doing a little victory dance. He did his little worm thing, and well, we'll see how that goes. Apparently, he's okay. He just needs
depending on
he just needs 3 to 4 weeks.
They might try to get him back in there ASAP.
What the fuck not?
A card, like a Brazil card. I think.
This is his 3rd fight since October.
Really?
Yeah, he's.
This one was all light. This was also.
This was very last minute. This is very last minute. Yeah.
Fight.
He went against Khalil Roundtree, knocked out Khalil Roundtree. He then knocked out another unknown prospect. I can't remember his name right now.
Also, I think Serkinov was...
Right now, I mean, Serkinov,
he was very highly...
Serkinov was either number 11. Yeah, oh, boom, there you go. He used to be in the top 10, funny enough. He was number 14 now. I'm sure that's going to change in a bit.
That's a good fight for...
oh, goodness, my ear. Bothering me.
For Johnny Walker to make some noise.
Yeah, man. Johnny Walker, once again, keeping it very short. 37 seconds.
He's KO,
15, TKO victory. I think it's got to be a little bit higher than that.
But...
I don't think they updated these rankings just yet.
Well, I mean, he was 15. I think
he was 15, yeah, 15. But I think they might put it up a little higher.
Dominic Reyes.
I like that.
Those are the 2 more younger guys.
I do like that a lot. Thiago Santos, as we said, beat John Blakovic, and Thiago Santos has been looking like a world beater at light heavyweight. Yeah. That's another possibility.
Dominic Reyes hasn't fought in a little bit.
Dominic Reyes has not fought in a little bit. That's why I'm thinking maybe they will put them up together. Hey, maybe in Brazil.
Yeah.
Maybe in Brazil for UFC 237, will it be? 237.
236?
That's...
Oh, no,
236 is Holloway. Yeah. No, 236 is interim champions for everyone, as I like to call it.
Dude, my man Tony Ferguson, man, cannot catch a break.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong, but he's not going about it in the most stupidest way that, like, let's say a Kobe Covington would have gone about it. He straight up said, like, I won this belt, and then you guys took it from me. Why would I go for the same belt that I won? If anything, he should be defending his interim title against
he said he
Dustin Poirier. He wouldn't fight. He wasn't going to fight Max Holloway because it was for the interim title. And he was like, I won this belt, and you guys took it away from me. Like, why would I do that?
Bro,
it makes all the sense in the world.
Just fucking take it.
You got Tony Ferguson, though, bro. He's on an 11-fight winning streak, 10-11 fight winning streak right now. Arguably the best lightweight in the world next to Khabib. I think he's better than...
Might be the best if they get the fight.
I think he's better than Conor McGregor. Hands down. I think if they put Tony Ferguson against Conor McGregor in some sort of main event caliber match, everybody would realize that Conor was never the best in the world, and he was the biggest fluke as a double champ. Excuse me to all the Conor fans out there. He was the biggest fluke as the double champ in MMA history.
Well, another fucking fight we're not going to see is him versus Cowboy, because he doesn't want to fight in the main event, or co-main. He wants to be a main event.
Well, I can give him that, because he was before, what was it before that? I think Brock Lesnar versus somebody. Alistair Overeem. Before Conor McGregor went against Nate Diaz in the main event of whatever UFC they did, everything was a title fight up until Brock Lesnar and Alistair Overeem. And those are big money fights. Brock Lesnar going against anybody is a big money fight. Conor McGregor going against anybody is a big money fight, because they crossed the medium of a strictly UFC fan base and into like the mainstream. Once you hear Brock Lesnar's on the card, that's automatically at least 1 million pay-per-view buys. Nowadays, at least 2 million pay-per-view buys. You hear Conor McGregor, that's automatically 2 million pay-per-view buys. It doesn't matter. So in that sense, because he does sell, because he does still sell, and because people still want to see him, I could agree with him being the main event. I mean, why not fucking main event a pay-per-view with Donald Cerrone? That'd be pretty cool, but I just think they're trying not to do that. I think they're really trying to like main event like title fights and stuff like that.
Yeah, but the problem with that is
they could have a main event
constantly making all these stupid interim belts just so that they can fill these cards with title fights.
There you go. That's the
reason that they're doing that shit.
Fortunate majesty behind it. But let's not stray away from the topic at hand. Johnny Walker, great win.
Yeah,
hope to see him soon.
Johnny Walker.
Jeremy Stephens and Zabit Magomed Sharipov.
Jeremy Stephens is a beat. I mean, it was okay. That didn't make me say like, "Oh, Zabit needs that title shot." It wasn't like a, you know what I mean?
No, it's true. I mean, it was a decision. I saw like Jeremy Stephens maybe at the end. I mean, Zabit has a very like dynamic fighter, a lot of different kinds of striking techniques. He fucking does like the fucking handstands and kicking people and like capoeira moves and all this shit. He like bounced off of the cage at one point to try to do a Superman punch.
I mean, it's hard. I mean, as you climb up the ranks, it's harder to look like that against, a fucking Jeremy Stevens. You can't. It's hard to like.
Yeah, but I mean, I feel like he did beat Jeremy Stevens. He definitely did beat him. He
got
the first 2 rounds. It wasn't a dominant win. It wasn't anything crazy like that. Yeah. I mean, it's time to get him like a bigger fucking challenge. Maybe get him up against, I don't know, like a former champion.
That's a big leap, though, for sure.
That is a big leap. Definitely a big leap. He did look good. He didn't look terrible. I mean, the 3rd round, he kind of gassed a little bit, but it wasn't even so bad that, like, it made him look bad. So that's why I'm thinking, maybe they'll give him somebody in the top 5 or make him headline his another, ESPN card or something like that, or co-headline an ESPN card in the future. We'll see how that goes, but congrats to Zabib on his decision win over Jeremy Stevens.
You say Zabib?
Zabib.
It sounded like you said Zabib.
Who's Zabib?
I don't know. I thought it sounded like you combined Khabib and Zabib or something.
I could have done that. That sounds like something. My voice is a little fucked up right now. But yeah, that was the feature bout in the prelims. Yeah. On to the main card. Cody Garbrandt and Pedro Munoz. Holy fucking shit. What a goddamn slobber knocker for as long as it lasted.
That really changes up the division. Like, Pedro Munoz is not really... No one thought he had this fight.
Nope. Everybody thought this was like Cody Garbrandt coming back. No, well, not necessarily. It was all about Pedro Munoz's chin. Because here's the thing. Cody Garbrandt is emotional. He's an emotional fighter. Once he gets hit, or once he hits the other guy, he's like a shark. Once he sees blood in the water, he goes in there for the fucking kill. Or once the other guy hits him upside the head, he's like, fuck you, we're going to go fight, like, we're going to go tit for tat kind of thing. Cody Garbrandt is a very smart technical boxer. He's got an amateur background. He used that amateur boxing background to fucking beat Dominic Cruz, the greatest bantamweight of all time, and gain his bantamweight title. It seemed like he went in there almost like he was going in there for something to prove, which is fair because he did lose to TJ twice in a row. But regardless of that, Pedro Munoz, man, that fucking chin on him, bro. Holy shit, dude.
Yeah,
he got
hit brawling.
Shots.
Like at that, like the fight
hit with shots.
The end of the fight was them swinging back and forth, fucking just throwing haymakers.
One could definitely say that Cody Garbrandt got the better of those exchanges, landing a lot more shots than Pedro did. But just fucking Pedro Munoz's chin, man. That's a dangerous game. It's a very dangerous game to go in there with your fucking chin tucked in, just swinging for the fences. Like I said, a fucking fun fight, a crazy fight as long as it lasted. Fortunately, Cody Garbrandt did not come on the winning end. What do you think is next for him? What do you think Cody Garbrandt should do?
I don't know. He's going to fight somebody coming off a loss now, but I feel like that's going to send him way back because even Pedro Munoz is not very highly ranked, if at all. I mean, he probably like in the top 15. I don't know what he is right now.
I doubt he's ranked number
4? Huh? What? I mean, he must have got a boost because he was not anywhere near number 4.
There's no way he's number 4. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I thought maybe he was like ranked like number 10 or something before that.
Maybe, yeah, number 4. Get out of here. What? If you got that much of a boost, holy shit.
Yeah.
What the dick?
Where does it say? How the fuck does it not say it like immediately?
Maybe by his name.
Number 4.
Number 4. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, he got the.
Well, he did beat the former champion, Cody Garbrandt. Can't fucking deny that. Holy shit. Yeah. You got him, you got Marlon Moraes, and you got who? Him and Marlon Moraes right now, right? Him, Marlon Moraes. Yeah, Sun Zhao now, Jimmy's starting to go there, but they have a couple of losses.
He went up 5 spots.
Damn. Shit. Get my name.
Cody went down 4.
John Lineker hasn't fought in a bit, I think, so that's why he hasn't gone up yet. Yeah, just damn. That's I mean, lost. When you beat a former champ, that pushes you up there. Especially in like a very I wouldn't say a thin division like bantamweight, but just a division where there weren't that many champions. Dominic Cruz, Cody Garbrandt, and TJ. Those are the only 3 champions the bantamweight ever had. If you beat someone,
how long does Dominic have?
Huh?
How long does Dominic have left?
What do you mean? How long does he have?
Before it comes back.
And his I mean his shoulder looks okay. I think now he's got a couple of. He'll be back by the summer.
Because maybe I wouldn't mind seeing a Dominic Cody rematch.
Yeah.
Dominic's coming off a loss and a long layoff.
I was gonna say I think Cody should try going up to featherweight. I think Cody should try to go up to featherweight.
He's not that big a guy.
He's 5'8".
He's not that. I thought he was like 5'6".
He's 5'8". He seems small because he's very like his frame is a lot smaller. He's skinnier. He puts on some muscle. He puts on like something. Starts doing his doing a lot more strength and conditioning, I'm sure he'll get in that and he'll be a force to be reckoned with in the featherweight division. But that's always I think that's always been a possibility for him. He's just always been very fit. He's a very fit young guy. He's always he keeps very toned, very skinny. And the same thing with TJ Dillashaw. I feel like that's why it was a little bit easy for TJ Dillashaw to go down to 125, because he was just like always a very fit and shape person. And I wouldn't mind seeing what he has to do in featherweight. I think he should go up to featherweight right now.
I wouldn't be surprised if he fought like a Peter Yan or Cody Stamann. These guys are coming off wins and he's coming off loss, but you're fighting the ex-champ.
Yeah, right.
And you're gonna get a little boost by
maybe
beating
even
him.
John Dodson.
No, John Dodson just lost. I don't think.
Or John Lineker.
Nah.
John Lineker.
I feel like he's gonna fight someone a little higher, a little lower in the rankings, just because of like the bad streak that he's been on.
Right.
They want to see if he can get a win.
Right.
You know, give him somebody who maybe you could beat like easily.
I'd like to see Cody.
Like he's gonna get surprised and lose.
I'd like to see Cody at featherweight. I think he could make some noise in that division, and especially right now, I think that not to say that Alexander Volkanovski. Thank you. There's so many Vulcans.
He's got to fight.
Yeah, he Aldo. Does. Yeah, he's gonna fight Aldo. Yeah, that's gonna be nuts.
That's going to be
crazy. Weili Zhang has just beat Tisha Torres by decision.
She's very emotional.
She has I think she's like on a 19-fight winning streak or something like that. 18-fight winning streak. Yeah, man, she hasn't lost in quite some time in the MMA world, and she's it's time to give her someone in the top.
Well, she beat up
her and Tisha Torres have a very similar style. Her and Tisha Torres have a very similar style, but I feel like Weili is a little bit throws a lot more combos, lands a lot more of them. I liked what she was doing. I liked how she looked, and yeah, she seems very humble, very like cool demeanor coming out of China. Weili Zhang, I'd like to see a lot more of her in the future. We'll see what she does with like a top 5 in the strawweight division.
The
big controversy.
Yeah, this was a very controversial fight here. This is Ben Askren's debut in the UFC fighting Robbie Lawler.
Mm-hmm.
Wins by bulldog choke.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird. I mean, obviously, so let's just say for the 3 minutes they were fighting, Ben Askren was getting his ass kicked, kind of. I mean, on the feet.
First minute he was.
Yeah.
But then Ben Askren got a hold of Robbie and did not let him go.
Starts grappling. Yeah.
That's what he does. That's his bread and butter.
But he got his face fucked up. Robbie Lawler. You take a couple punch from Robbie Lawler.
He essentially got angle slammed.
He took more damage in that 1 minute than he had in like the last 5 years of his career.
Yep, pretty much. Yeah, Robbie Lawler fucking punched. But hey, for his credit, Robbie Lawler hit him with some of his hardest fucking punches while he was on the ground. Ben Askren didn't get knocked out. Ben Askren stayed to it. Both of his eyes got swollen up before the end of the fight, and he was still fucking going into it. Here's my thing, though. Herb Dean, I think, called it early. Robbie Lawler forgave him. It was easily forgivable because at one point his arm did look like it was going limp.
It did go limp.
He gave him the thumbs up after Herb had started to get up and started to split him apart. But here's the thing, though. Ben Askren crushed 2 watermelons with his fucking arms once. There's evidence of this.
If that would have gone on for any longer, you never know.
Just put on Ben Askren. I think if that fight would have gone on 5 more seconds, Robbie Lawler would have been put to sleep. Regardless of anything, Ben Askren's strength, and especially in grappling, is unworldly.
And he wasn't under the chin, but as far you don't need to be under the chin to lock that in.
If you're locking somebody in, even if it's let's say around this area right here, and you lock their freaking head in, you're still cutting off air to their brain. And that's still going to make a person knock out pretty quickly. That's why when it happened to Robbie, I was like, holy shit, that was fast. But even if not, unless Robbie was able to, literally suplex him, which Robbie could have done. Robbie could have done that. Robbie could have suplexed him. I think Askren would have literally had him in that choke for maybe 5 to 10 more seconds, and Robbie would have either tapped or Robbie would have been knocked out. I think it was an inevitable stoppage, regardless of what anyone says. Even if it did stop early or anything like that, I think Askren would have won that fight had that position stayed the way it was. Like I said, unless Robbie Lawler did another fucking suplex on Ben Askren, I think we would have seen the same. It would have been Ben Askren by submission at 3 minutes and 26 seconds instead of 3 minutes and 21 seconds.
I think Robbie might have even gone out quickly and then came back.
Maybe. Maybe.
Because, like, his hand is... It was just so weird that his arm just, like, fucking dropped like that.
His arm did just, like, drop like that, went limp, but then he kind of came up and, like, it kind of came up and did... That's why it was so weird. That's why you weren't sure.
But I heard something, like, somebody said they think maybe he was out, and then as Herb was, like, was separating them, then, obviously, like, Ben was, like... The pressure wasn't on anymore. He was loosening up the thing, and then, like, that's when he came back.
Well, that's all on Robbie, though, because nobody... If that was the case and Robbie did come to that quick, if he pulled a Tyson Fury, if you will, that was all on Robbie and whether or not he would tell the truth that, like, yeah, I was out for those couple of seconds because I don't remember someone grabbing my arm.
Once you go out...
But he remembered, he said, like, I remember Herb grabbing my arm, and I remember giving him the thumbs up. Like, I remember all that shit. So that's why, like, once you go out, there's a good, like, couple of seconds before you go out and a couple of seconds when you come to that you're not there. Like, I've been knocked out before like that, and I literally just remember getting my neck gripped on, and then kind of just like my older brother shaking me to try to wake me up, and I'm like, what are you doing? Why am I on the floor?
Did Johan fucking choke you out?
Yeah. And then I'm like, why am I on the floor? And then it was like, I was on the bed a minute ago. Why am I on the floor now? And I'm like, and I think he was telling me, like, yeah, I was out for like a good 10 seconds and like kind of just like eyes rolled to the back of the head. He was like real freaked out because we were kids, and I don't have any recollection of that. And like I said, I told him that. That's all up to Robbie whether or not he says that that's like what happened or not. But he says he remembers getting his arm touched, putting the thumbs up. So I don't know that he was completely out, but I feel like had that bulldog choke been in 5 more seconds, he would have gotten knocked out anyway. And imagine that. Imagine if he just like actually did knock out Robbie Lawler with a bulldog choke. You don't fucking do that. Nobody knocks anyone out with a bulldog choke.
That's old man strength.
That's some schoolyard shit. That's some schoolyard bullying
fucking
shit.
Headlock.
Fucking noogie shit. And nobody does that anymore. But yeah, controversial win for Ben Askren. That's unfortunate, but I mean, he's a tough motherfucker. Nobody
he doesn't want a rematch. Some people want to see a rematch.
Nobody can put it past. I mean, I think Dana wants to give him a rematch too. And Askren's like, no, man, I want the win. He wants the winner of Darren Till and Masvidal. He's going to London to check out that card.
Yeah, well, him and Till have had some back and forth on Twitter.
Yeah. It's always very difficult to run it back, especially when you're dealing with an individual who has a list, so to speak.
Well, he's got limited time, so he can't fuck around.
That's another thing. Yeah, he's in his late 30s. I think he's like 37, 38.
He wants to get the top.
He only has at least a good 2 years left in him. I mean, he's a wrestler. He's been wrestling all his life. Because of that life, maybe he can keep pushing back his due date.
Well, he's been talking shit to everybody, so...
But he wants to get in there, man. He wants to get in there and fight everyone.
Segue to the co-main, he's very good friends with the former welterweight champion,
this much
Tyron
is true.
Woodley, who lost to Kamaru Usman.
What
the Nigerian Nightmare.
A decisive win by Kamaru Usman.
I've never seen anybody do that to Tyron Woodley.
I've never seen. I've seen him to a lot of people.
I've seen him, like Rory. The Rory fight was very one-sided.
That was different because it was like striking.
And it was just kind of like very nullified. Like he didn't really, Tyron didn't really get to do much, but in this fight, Kamaru was just like all over him.
He was all over him.
The pace was crazy.
25 straight minutes of him working, of him laying body shots. Those fucking shots to the body.
Out-grappling him.
Holy shit.
Tyron Woodley had like I think the number 2 best takedown defense in UFC history. I think it was him. As him and John Jones have like the best.
Tyron?
Yeah.
Huh.
He had like 97% or some shit like that.
Unless you're Kamaru Usman.
And then Kamaru Usman was like, "Oh yeah, bitch. Oh, I'm gonna show you what's up." It was crazy. You were a D1 wrestler. I don't give a fuck.
That was crazy because I remember him and the Ultimate Fighter. What was it? American Top Team versus the Black Zillions.
Yeah.
When they did that, and he was like the only dude from like the Black Zillions in like the semifinals, I think, or something.
I wasn't really like all that impressed by him in the show.
I was impressed by his wrestling, and because his wrestling was so good, I'm like, he can go places if he works on his striking. If he works on his
striking is looking good.
His striking, there were certain parts in the fight when I thought if he didn't miss a couple of combinations by a mile, he could have knocked out Tyron Woodley. There were I think he still needs a little bit of improvement in his striking, but because his wrestling is so good and his fucking sheer will and determination to win is so fucking up there, that's what got him the belt.
But his striking was was decent. Like
it was decent,
but
decent.
Tyron was pretty gassed. Like by the end
that's
of the fight,
I mean.
He was throwing some really good combinations on Woodley, but Woodley just couldn't answer because he's so fucking tired.
There are some people that no matter what time of the fight, like a Derek Lewis or Anthony Johnson, where they always have that one punch knockout power that can knock you out. And like they're dangerous in the first round or they're dangerous in the fifth round. Doesn't matter how tired they are, they can still land a punch and it can still get you wobbly. Tyron doesn't have that kind. He has that explosiveness, yeah, but eventually because he gets so tired,
well,
you
his
can see
build
it coming
is very
from a mile
much,
away.
made for, like flurries.
Right.
It's not made for endurance. He's not gonna be putting on the high pace for the entire 5 rounds.
Right, exactly. That's why by the time it was like the third round, I'm like, this is Kamaru Usman's fight to lose. Because by the end of the third round, it was like Usman's been winning everything decisively. Like, if he just rides out the next 2 rounds, or if he actually knocks out Tyron, which I actually thought he was going to do. I think it was the 4th or 3rd round when he caught him in a couple of flurries. I thought, I'm like, holy shit, if he totally out-wrestles Tyron Woodley in the first couple of rounds and then knocks him out right now, Kamaru Usman is the welterweight king. I mean, he's the welterweight king right now, no shadow of a doubt, but that just would have been an exclamation point on... Fuck Darren Till, fuck all these people thinking that they could come up to the welterweights and, like, take the crown. Because it's just, man, what an impressive performance. And the first Nigerian champion. Not bad.
Yeah, Tyron Woodley was...
UFC Africa.
Maybe, was in the top 3, arguably top 2 best welterweights
I would say
ever.
top 2, top 3.
I think
top
you
2
got
just
him,
because...
GSP and Matt Hughes, I guess.
I would say it's between him and Matt Hughes at number 2, just because the level of competition Tyron Woodley has gone against and made look silly is a lot more than Matt Hughes. Like, Matt Hughes, when he had the belt and he was beating people, he was starching motherfuckers because of his skill, but, these were guys who should not have even been there in the ring. This was back when the UFC was very, very... Like, you had Matt Hughes and George St. Pierre, and that's it. Matt Serra came out of nowhere in the welterweight division.
Yeah.
Sometimes BJ Penn came up, and that was it. You know what I mean? But now it's just there's such a big pool.
There weren't as many names back then.
There's such a big pool of talent right now. You got talent like Tyron Woodley who's up there and beats these people decisively, like Damian Maia, Darren Till. You can't help but look at him and be like, damn, like he's got to be in the runnings. But hey, man, shouts to Kamaru Usman, the Nigerian nightmare, the first Nigerian champion in UFC history.
The next fight for him is going to be Covington.
I can't wait to see it. Covington.
They've already started the groundwork for that. You see the video of him at the hotel? But fucking, what's his name? Ali Abdelaziz, whatever. He's
Ali, everyone's out to kill me, and I have 4, 5, or 6 champions right now, doesn't he?
Nah.
Henry Cejudo, Kamaru Usman.
He's Henry Cejudo too?
Yeah, he's Henry Cejudo also. Kamaru Usman, Khabib, and then he has like
Khabib.
The guys who won. Remember the PFL, that league, the PFL championships, that tournament they had, and they gave $1 million to each of the champions.
Yeah.
4 of those guys are Ali's. Like, yeah, dude. This is a good year for Ali, man. But I mean, he's doing the whole, like, I get it right now. He's like,
he was about to fight him. Like,
it's like, bro, like, what are you doing, man? This is not a good look, dude. Like, you're let your champion do his thing. Kamaru Usman, if anything, was trying to, like, calm shit down. And it was just like, what are you doing, bro? Like, I get it. Like, you're a former, or what, like, FBI informant or whatever the fuck. Like, people are out to kill you, whatever, you're paranoid or some shit like that. But
I don't know.
Relax, dude. Like, take it easy. Like, manage. That's all you got to do. Manage. Let the fighters fight when they have to fight so you can get the money and keep buying those suits and those shades that you like to wear so much.
They're like, I guess they're trying to build it and cause drama. And
I'm sure, but I mean...
Big drama show.
Big drama show. What?
But
what? Who said that? Was that a thing?
Isn't that Triple G?
Yeah, right.
Big drama show.
I thought, like, could be, this is number 1 bullshit. Number 1 bullshit.
What's it called? So Kobe apparently is banned now from the Palms. He's banned from the hotel.
That's funny. He's such a troll.
Yeah, he is.
He's
he was at the open workouts, fucking with a megaphone, yelling at Kamaru's.
That was, I mean, hey, if you're gonna get the attention of the UFC brass and the media and the fighters, he's going about it in a very douchey way just because of his personality. But I mean, that's the way to do it. That's the way to keep your name in everyone's mouths and, like, keep everyone's attention on you, because it's like, hey man, I'm the interim champ. What the fuck? I was supposed to fuck up Tyron Woodley. I fucked him up before. Now I'm just gonna fuck up Snoozman, as he likes to call him. Fuck up Snoozman.
Marty.
And
that's what Ben Askren.
Yeah, Ben Askren's going in. But yeah, actually now this opened up the door for so many things. Ben Askren can now go for the title. Before he said he wouldn't want to go for the title.
Wonder Boy until now. Because
exactly. The striking dynamic of those two plays into effect to see, like I said before, Kamaru Usman might need a little bit more in his striking.
Now Ben Askren doesn't have to worry about fighting for the belt.
I would like to see that. I'm always so interested in seeing two wrestlers go at each other. That's what we used to like Tyron Woodley and Kamaru Usman, but Kamaru Usman just dominated him in the wrestling. It's such a crazy way. Wrestler? And now, I mean, we're going to see Ben Askren, who's fought at 185 and won championships. We'll see what happens if they go against each other. I mean, fuck anybody who says like wrestling isn't fun in the UFC. I think that's going to be a fun, very technically grappling heavy fight, and I wouldn't mind seeing it. But it just opens the door to so many more possibilities. The welterweight division. But yeah, looks like Kobe and Kamaru are going to be next. Bad blood right there. That's going to sell pay-per-view points up the ass.
I'm interested to see how Woodley's going to fare now in the UFC, given his relationship with them. Like, he's very, very much anti, UFC. They've been very combative. So now he's not the champion. Now he's not in the position to be making demands.
He has other things. He has his rap album. He has a job with TMZ. I think does he do commentary for ESPN? I don't think he does, right?
No. He did it for Fox.
I don't think he does it for ESPN. But yeah, I mean that is true. I'm wondering what happens.
Khalifa and him over collab again, and
I mean that's if Kobe loses to Kamaru Usman, Kobe who? I guess.
Kobe's got one shot to make this work.
You better fucking win, boy.
If he loses, he's fucked.
You better fucking win, Maga bitch. You better fucking win.
Actually, it's funny because a couple days ago I posted a picture of Colby Covington.
I saw that with John Jones.
And the main event winner, John Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Back in college.
Back in the college days.
That's funny.
It's crazy.
But before MAGA and picograms.
Good segue, though, into the main event. Anthony Smith against John Jones.
Look at those odds, man. Holy shit. I mean, they weren't wrong.
They weren't. Honestly, after watching that fight, like I told you before, I've said this before, and it's true. It was a glorified sparring session. I mean,
there are levels to this game, bro.
The first round, Anthony Smith had his shots, and he had his time. He had his little here and there, his movements. But man, when you're going against John Jones, like I said, there's just levels to this shit. There's only certain people that are at these high levels: Daniel Cormier, John Jones, Demetrius Johnson, George St. Pierre, who retired.
Yeah.
We'll probably talk about that a little bit.
But
later.
In that division, it's just really John Jones and Daniel Cormier.
It's John Jones and everyone else.
Yeah.
And just everyone else. I mean, now that we have Dominic Reyes, we have Johnny Walker, we have Thiago Santos coming up. We have more new blood in the light heavyweight division. We'll see how that goes. But, I mean, John Jones is already talking about doing a money fight with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, that's like that.
People at heavyweight. Anthony Johnson wants to come back and fight John Jones at heavyweight. But,
that'll never happen. I don't think John Jones is going to go at heavyweight, man.
I don't think he should either.
He's going to get knocked out.
Yeah, I think
it's sure.
I mean, not to say that his talent couldn't exceed expectations, but he's very skinny. His frame is very small. And when you're in the heavyweight division, that's a whole step up. Yeah. Like, not a lot of people can do what Daniel Cormier did. Win the light heavyweight and heavyweight championships at the same time. I don't think Jones can do it. Yeah,
I mean, that's why I want to see him versus Cormier at heavyweight. Yeah. I feel like it would be a little more evenly, with Cormier
maybe
not having to cut weight.
Exactly, maybe. You might absolutely be right. And that might be the one thing keeping Jones from, winning and keeping that light heavyweight crown. I mean, like I said, no disrespect to John Jones, but when you get up to heavyweight, it's an entirely different monster. It's not like going from lightweight to welterweight. It's not like going from bantamweight to featherweight. It's so much.
There's no clear, contender now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Right
John
now,
Jones.
And he wants to stay active.
I mean, Thiago Santos is not but the number 3. But, I mean, people thought that Anthony Smith got kind of rushed into this fight, into the title, and he was.
I think right now, anybody...
He's been around for so long.
even if he goes against Johnny Walker, who's... Oh, see now? Johnny Walker's 13.
Yeah,
Are they changing these as we're on here?
Yeah.
I think they're literally changing the rankings
15
as we're
and
looking
went
at
up to
them.
13. Dominic Reyes is sitting there at 8. And it's kind of fucked up, but everybody's sleeping on Corey Anderson. Nobody wants to talk about him.
He doesn't.
He's just not a very.
He's got a win-loss record. He's got a very heavy win-loss record.
Yeah, and he's not that entertaining of a fighter. I mean, I feel like
I don't give a fuck about that.
He grinded out a fight against what's his face, Leo Latifi.
Right,
but it wasn't like, oh shit, he's the. You know.
But he got knocked out by Jimmy Manuel, who's number 10 right now. Right before that, that's what I mean. It's like it's unfortunate, but you got to be consistent with shit. You got to be consistent, or you got to pray that the guy gets sick a week before, and then the guy right behind him gets sick as well. So they call you up and they're like, "Hey man, you're the only ranked opponent we have. Fight him." Sure.
So I mean, he's still in that mix, in that top 10 mix.
John Jones wants to stay active, but right now the light heavyweight division, there's a lot of like prospects, but I don't think people who are crazy ready for him. Like I think if they put Johnny Walker there, they might be pushing him too soon. Here's the one thing with Anthony Smith though: he did have 70 fights on his record, so it's not like the experience wasn't there for Anthony Smith.
Yeah. But I think it's different for like it'll be Thiago Santos or Dominic Reyes, Johnny Walker. These guys are pretty young in their fight career.
Thiago Santos.
I mean, Thiago Santos is definitely have the most experience of them.
Yeah, I would
but
say so.
He's still not like he hasn't been at that top level.
Right. No. Yeah, I absolutely agree. He hasn't been on top there. He hasn't gone against.
This is his like breakthrough into the.
And it's just like you said before. It's like, wow. Anthony Smith went against like Shogun and Rashad Evans right before this, who were former champs, but they were on their way out. Very obvious.
Yeah.
And they were ranked like number 14, number 13, and then from there you jump all the way up to number 4 to number 3 to go against like John Jones of all fucking champions. Of all the champions, you're gonna go against John Jones.
Yeah.
Man, you look tired.
Nah, not at all, bro.
But yeah, man. Once again, John Jones proving again why he is the possible GOAT, the possible greatest of all time. Definitely the greatest light heavyweight that we've ever seen. Better than I think Chuck Liddell's crazy whenever he says that he thinks he could have beaten John Jones.
Well, that motherfucker probably still want to fight John Jones.
I think Tito Ortiz is crazy when he thinks he could have beaten John Jones if he ever says that. I think any light heavyweight that thinks that they could have beaten John Jones is a fool. Because
it's a different game now.
Yeah. And I told you, like, it almost seemed like he felt maybe a little sorry for Anthony Smith. I feel like there were times where he could have knocked him out, got him into submission, could have done something like that, but was just kind of working at him.
Well, he threw an illegal knee or whatever.
Your face is funny sometimes. Because you do this, like, roll your eyes, you're just like... you have very funny facialisms. Facialisms? Facials. Your facials are weird.
What?
Moving on.
I give great facials. Yeah.
Damn.
No.
Or like a lady you have.
Kidding. What was I going to say? God damn it, you got me off track.
Well, I was talking about John Jones' greatness and the light heavyweight division. And Chuck Liddell thinking that he could beat John Jones. And Tito Ortiz thinking he could beat John Jones. But they're all wrong because John Jones is the greatest light heavyweight of all time.
There's something else. I don't know. Anyway, there's no real clear contender here.
There is no. A lot of prospects, not a clear one. Not a clear
If there is one, it's going to be a Thiago Santos, but I still don't think. I think he should get one more fight in. I just don't know who the fuck he would fight because everybody up here has lost to John Jones.
Well, they got Gustafsson and Anthony Smith now fighting June 1st to headline Stockholm. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully Gustafsson gets a win in Stockholm. I mean, I'd like to see Anthony Smith win again, but, after Gustafsson lost so horribly to Anthony Johnson, I'd like to see him win one in his hometown just to,
Yeah. I mean, I could... You know what? I could see a Thiago Santos, Corey Anderson title eliminator.
Huh.
I could see that happening.
Okay. Ilir Latifi was on a pretty good run before that. Ilir Latifi
he lost
beat
to Corey
like
Anderson.
4 people, right? And he lost to Corey Anderson, so I could see that. Corey Anderson going against Thiago Santos.
Yeah,
and if anything,
sense.
at this point, because of their longevity in the UFC, does make a lot of sense. Much like how Anthony Smith made sense because he had like 70 fights under his belt. So
I think it makes sense. And then you get like a Johnny Walker probably versus like Dominic Reyes. I
always hate when those fights happen.
What?
When it's like 2 top prospects.
Oh, you got to eliminate one of them?
Yeah, you got to eliminate one of them. It's like...
Yeah, that sucks.
I really was upset about that when remember when Cody Garbrandt went against
Thomas Almeida? Yeah, I was just thinking about that same fight, bro.
I was so upset about that because I'm like, damn, but then it was very evident that Cody Garbrandt was eons
a lot better, yeah. Thomas Almeida just kind of fell off the face of the earth.
Where is he? Yeah, I think he had a fight.
I saw him. He's ranked 15, I think.
Why?
14.
Why? Who against over Ricky Simon, who I don't even know who that is. Sorry, Ricky Simon.
Ricky Simone, dude. Come on, bro.
Ricky Simone, It looks like Simon. Is that 2 M's or 1 M? It's 1 M, so it's Simon.
I think someone said it and said it was Simone.
Simone? Shouldn't it be an A there? S-A-M-O.
I don't know. I don't make up these rules, bro.
Language is stupid.
How does it enforce?
Yeah. Thankfully, the MMA gods got their fill of blood in February during that MMA weekend that we had with like the 2 Bellator events and UFC's event and all that stuff. So, thankfully, because of that, UFC 235 went on unscathed. Thank you, MMA gods.
I think we kind of talked about it very briefly, but yesterday we had Lewis.
The Black Beast versus Cigano. Yeah, a lot of decision wins.
Junior Santos, I think this is his 3rd win in a row now. What do you do with Junior Dos Santos? This guy keeps getting knocked down and coming right back.
I mean, Cormier hasn't fought
Dos
Santos.
Fucking Terminator.
Cormier hasn't fought Dos Santos.
No.
So it's not like that doesn't absolutely not make sense.
But Cormier is he's got limited time.
Yeah.
So he's gonna pick and choose his fights very carefully.
Absolutely.
He's not gonna just fight anybody.
Yeah. I mean, Dos Santos himself said it yesterday. He's like, I don't understand. Like, I think I could fight for the belt or anybody else in the rankings. Why would Brock Lesnar come and fight for the title immediately?
I don't think he's ever gonna come. I don't think he's gonna fight.
I mean, we'll see what happens after WrestleMania.
Yeah, I just don't think he's gonna fight.
But no, Brock Lesnar supposedly wants to finish like whatever he's doing at WrestleMania, and then whatever he's doing with the WWE, and when he's done with that, he's gonna come back into UFC. So we're probably not gonna see that fight until International Fight Week, which makes sense in July, because Cormier's still got his back problems or his neck problems. He had to get like back surgery or his neck surgery or some shit like that. His hand isn't 100%.
No, I know he was injured when he fought Derek Lewis.
Yeah,
so now he's kind of
that was the only reason he fought Derek Lewis. He was like he wanted to.
He didn't want to fight. Oh, he wasn't going to fight Stipe because
he wanted to give
Stipe
a rematch. Yeah, he wanted to give Stipe a rematch, but he was like, I'm not fighting you when I'm not at 100%, which should be a compliment to Stipe, but unfortunately right now,
fucked it up to Derek Lewis.
Stipe is he's the Tony Ferguson of the heavyweight division right now. He's kind of in limbo. He's kind of like, he has a belt.
Yeah.
He has actually,
it kind of sucks, man. This guy's the most credentialed heavyweight.
Yeah,
ever.
really. That was
the most title defenses of
he probably he has more of a claim for a rematch than Tony Ferguson would have for the actual belt.
I mean, it's fucking heavyweight. People get knocked out, man. People get
man. It happens all the time. Literally crazy.
So I don't think it's crazy to think he could come back and even beat Cormier. Who knows?
Who's a heavyweight right now? I mean, they can give Stipe. Now that they'll give him Ngannou.
I think JDS fights Ngannou. That'd be a freaking slobberknocker.
I'm so
that would
afraid.
Be a fucking slobberknocker.
I just get afraid for anybody who fights Ngannou now. Especially Junior Dos Santos. Damn. I mean, imagine if Ngannou beat Cain Velasquez and then Junior Dos Santos, who at one point were like the top heavyweights in UFC.
Yeah, they fought
in like
3 times.
In the early teens. Oh man, then that's literally like, all right, fuck a Lesnar. Ngannou. They were thinking about making Ngannou versus Brock Lesnar.
I just don't want to keep hearing about Brock Lesnar. Fuck Brock Lesnar. What the fuck?
Hey man. Hey, I'm there with you.
I don't even want to see him fight anymore.
I'm there with you, but I'm more so in that sense for Conor. Like, Conor is my Brock Lesnar.
Okay.
Yeah, let's put it that way. Like, I hate Cain.
Yeah, but at least he's a
Conor
fighter.
Goes away,
he's young. Fucking Brock Lesnar's old and fucking hasn't fought
Conor's
in like
a
2 years.
Man. Conor made the money that he was going to make in this thing, and now he's making this whiskey, and now he's doing a bunch of other shit. He's got his money. He's good. He can do whatever the fuck he wants now. He doesn't need to fight. Nor does he want to fight. He's like, I want to come back for fights that excite me.
He can still beat most of the fucking lightweights.
Yeah, some of them, but not the top guys. I don't think he could beat Tony Ferguson. I don't think he could beat Khabib.
We know he can't really.
He
take
barely
on
beat Nate.
Wrestler.
Huh?
We know he's gonna have trouble with a wrestler, but
there you go. But
stand and bang with some people.
Yeah, man, Junior Dos Santos versus Ngannou.
I think that
might be the next one. I mean, as soon as they said that, they were like, "Holy shit, this is the next fight," and it only makes sense because, I mean, they got Curtis Blades going against who? Justin Willis.
Don't know. I think Overeem is fighting Olenek?
Volkov. Alexander Volkov. They're fighting in St. Petersburg.
Who's Olenek fighting though?
Who?
Olenek. He just got a fight. I forget.
Alessi Olenek. Oh, did he? I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe Tai Tuivasa.
He's been kind of waiting.
Maybe Tai Tuivasa.
And he's a beast, but he's kind of getting old.
Yeah.
He's 41. He needs to get a fight ASAP.
His particular fight game, which is like submissions and grappling, I'm sure suits for whatever he's like doing. Go up to his, Olenek is expected to. Oh yeah.
Walt Harris.
Who the hell is that?
The fucking Walt Harris.
Walt Harris.
Not even ranked.
Not even ranked. Oh, Walt Harris is that dude.
Isn't that Cormier's boy?
Maybe. Yeah, I think he's that guy that he has that same frame that Phil Davis has. He's got the very wide frame. I think he's been like throwing guys on the ground and subbing them out kind of thing.
I remember something.
That should be very interesting.
Oh. What the fuck? That's fucked up, man. He needs a better opponent than that.
I mean, he hasn't really beat any top person. Old Harris.
No. Yeah, I'm saying fucking Olenek. Look, Olenek's he lost Curtis Blades, but then he beats Junior Albini, beats Mark Hunt.
He beat Mark Hunt.
He got two performances the night in a row.
Yeah.
Lost Curtis Blades before that. He beat freaking Terafis Brown. Give this guy, give him a shot, bro.
I mean, they have people for all the top heavyweights right now. They want Francis Ngannou. Probably got Francis Ngannou and JDS. Derek Lewis just fought. What were we saying? I don't know. We don't know what's going on with Cain Velasquez. We don't know if he's coming back immediately. That whole knee thing, I think that was bullshit. I think his knee just buckled under him after like that uppercut happened. We don't know what's happening with Cain Velasquez. I think that's what people are waiting to see is like, what's next for Cain? Can he fight somebody and can he not? And if he does, they'll make that happen. Or if he's injured, then they'll start like working from there. Because right now, I think they have a lot of people in the top 10 matched up.
Wait, how is he fighting Walt Harris if Walt Harris failed a post-fight drug test?
Oh no, you're right. So who's
he's fighting somebody else.
Who's Curtis Blades fighting then? Let's figure that out. Who are you fighting, Curtis Blades? Maybe he doesn't have a fight yet.
He might not. Well, this is wrong apparently because he's not fight. This guy's not fighting Walt Harris. So I wonder who he's fighting. Justin Willis.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, I said that. Justin Willis. Yeah. Justin Willis. I don't know who that is though. He's our age. He's from California. Big Pretty. Oh, I know that guy. I think he's a bit of a charismatic individual.
I think I remember he was on MMA Hour.
Let's get a photo up of him, please. Let's get a quick photo. I just want to take a look at this guy and see what he looks like.
All right, I'll find out dick pics.
Yeah.
What's his name? Justin Willis.
Justin Willis. Yeah, this guy. Yep. Big Pretty. I seen this guy. Big old dude. Oh, he was a guy who just fought Mark Hunt. Him and Mark Hunt had like a bad back and forth. He beat Mark Hunt, I think, by decision.
Oh.
That should be an interesting one. Very interesting.
Yeah, there we go.
Huh. All right. Well, see, they have a lot of people tied up already in the top 10. So I think because of that, they're waiting to see. I mean, they couldn't give Olenek anybody else unless they want to feed Olenek to God damn it. To what's his name? Francis Ngannou. But I think they're really going to try to do Ngannou JDS. That makes the most sense, especially for JDS. If he wants to get that title shot, you got to beat the Predator. And the Predator just solidify himself as like, all right, he's like heavyweight elite. Like at this point, because he beat Cain, he is. But if he beats JDS and Cain Velasquez back to back, no one's ever done it before. He will do that. That'll be a pretty big fucking deal. But
do we have anything coming up next week? Yeah, we got Till Masvidal next week.
Till Masvidal. Yeah.
All right.
Real quick, let me talk about that welterweight guy who won the co-main last night. The other Dos Santos.
Oh yeah.
What was his name? I forget the other.
Elizao Dos Santos.
Eliza Dos Santos or something like that. He got like another submission win over Curtis Miller, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Curtis Miller.
Zaleski Dos Santos.
He's been on a pretty good winning streak. I don't think he's lost yet in the UFC. He's now he looks like he's going to be a top welterweight prospect. Fucking motherfuckers up. Who's he been going against? I don't even know.
He's got.
Oh man, 1, 2. He's on a 7-fight winning streak.
He's lost one fight in the UFC. His first fight.
He's on a 7-fight winning streak. Omari Akhmedov, Ketla Nakamura. Oh, I like that name.
He beat Lyman Good, who just fought Damian Maia.
Max Griffin.
Sean Strickland.
Luigi Vendra. Yeah, he's going against a lot of
his
no
last
names.
3 have been finishes.
They got to give him like someone in the top 10, definitely. Probably give him a top 10 co-main pretty soon. But he had a submission win last night. Right that came pretty quickly. Shouts to Zaleski Dos Santos. Let's call him Zaleski Dos Santos. And then before that, fucking Nico
ZDS.
Price. There you go. Nico Price fucking knocked out Tim Means.
Yeah, Tim he was having a rough go of it at the beginning. And,
Tim Means was working that motherfucker, like landing his straight shots as Tim Mean does with his educated hands. And then Nico out of nowhere came, overhand right, knocked him the fuck out. Pretty big win for Nico Price. We'll see how that goes. The welterweight division yesterday had a little bit of noise. A little bit of noise here and there. So
well, we got a couple more welterweight fights on deck for next week. Oh shit, I didn't realize that. Dominic Reyes is fighting Volkan Ozdemir next week. So we had a fight.
We'll see how that goes.
Okay.
Nice.
So we got Darren Till, Jorge Masvidal. Masvidal's been pretty quiet. He doesn't want to fight in a while.
Yeah, he hasn't really fought too much in a while.
So this is interesting.
Yeah. Unfortunately, last night, it was a lot of decision wins. It was a lot of, not snoozers, if you will, but a lot of, like, decision wins. It had Beneil Dariush beat Drew Dober by submission. Tim Boetsch lost to Akhmedov. So other than the last 3 fights where Nico Price knocked out Tim Means and Santos got the submission win and now enters the top welterweight prospects, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how yesterday. But yeah, pretty good card yesterday in Wichita. I found it entertaining. Darren Till versus Jorge Masvidal is next week. That is, if Darren Till wins, that definitely I don't know that it puts him directly up there to go against Kamaru Usman. I think if Darren Till wins, they put Darren Till against Ben Askren. Because Darren Till's reach, his striking, and all that stuff definitely...
And they've been kind of setting it up in a way.
Yeah, I feel like they're definitely setting it up in a way. Ben Askren's going to be in London, checking out that fight. We'll see how that goes. Leon Edwards is going against Gunnar Nelson. I always love seeing Gunnar Nelson fight. He's always...
He's up and down.
Oh, fuck. Like, this hurts when I yawn. What's this?
It's that Mexican flu, dog.
Damn it. Ugh. Yeah, Gunnar Nelson's always much fun.
Leon Edwards. Didn't Leon Edwards beat Cowboy?
He did beat Cowboy by decision,
a couple of months ago.
Yeah, I think he beat Cowboy by decision.
It was like a main event.
If I'm not mistaken.
Or like a Fight Pass card or something.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, I can take a look at that right now, actually. Leon Edwards.
Yeah, Gunnar Nelson, a lot of promise, but he's just up and down, up and down, up and down.
Yeah, Leon Edwards has been he's on a 6-fight winning streak.
Nice.
Against Gunnar Nelson. So if he beats Gunnar Nelson, depending on how he beats him, that should definitely put him up there and definitely make some noise in the welterweight. The welterweight division is so deep right now. There's like so many people that have like...
Every division is really deep. Except for
featherweight. And flyweight.
No, featherweight, you got a lot of killers in there.
Yeah, but I mean...
Volkanovski, Edgar's still in the running, Yair...
Max Holloway.
You know.
I don't know the Max Holloway. I mean, he's
going to stay at 155?
I feel like he's eons ahead of people. Maybe. If he beats Dustin, maybe that'll happen. I mean, that's the next
He beat him before at 145.
No, he did not.
What do you mean?
Poirier beat Max Holloway.
He did?
Yes, sir. Poirier.
I thought it was...
Everybody keeps thinking that, dude.
I thought Holloway beat him.
Nah, man. Poirier beat Max Holloway in Max Holloway's debut in the UFC. It was a fight of young featherweight prospects. That's what makes it so interesting. And that's what I think some people are forgetting that fact.
You're right, yeah.
Yep.
He's lost to 3 people. He's lost to Bermudez, McGregor.
A split decision with Derek Bermudez was like, that could have been a farce. And then McGregor...
That was when Bermudez was killing it.
Yeah, that was when Bermudez was like going in. And then Jeremy Stevens, I think, gave him that big knee and knocked him the fuck out. But...
Last, this is interesting. This is a rematch. So some history there a little bit.
That was Max Holloway's first loss. And Max Holloway said it himself. He's like, I'm trying to get back all these like losses. I'm trying to go against him, and I'm trying to go against Conor next. I think at this point, since Dennis Bermudez retired, that won't happen. But, I mean, fucking A. We'll see what happens there. That's very interesting. Everyone thinks that Max Holloway beat Poirier before.
Yeah.
Nah, son.
Damn, all right.
Nah, son.
Well, that's going to be a banger.
He lit the fire under his ass.
That's going to be a banger.
But yeah, fucking Volkan Ozdemir. Hold on, Volkan Ozdemir and Dominic Reyes. I definitely want to check that out. Dominic Reyes wins that against Volkan Ozdemir. Definitely a title contender at one point. That should definitely make... It'll probably be him against Johnny Walker.
She looks like a lunch lady.
Molly McMahon. That's so fucked up. But yeah, I feel like whoever wins Volkan and Dominic Reyes will definitely go against... Johnny Walker next.
But, I think that makes sense.
It definitely makes sense. That makes the most sense.
It just makes sense.
It just makes sense.
And then after that, we got Thompson Pettis. See, that was such a weird because I never really considered Pettis like a big guy. You know, he's even fought or attempted to fight at 145.
He's got a small frame,
and him being at 170 is kind of crazy to me.
He's got a small frame.
I know he gets fat
I was gonna say.
I've seen him get thick.
Us Hispanics can get pretty thick, and we get pretty wide pretty quickly.
Yeah, but is that gonna translate well?
It's in our genetic blood to be, stout, if you will.
I don't know how it's gonna work.
I mean, look at Gilbert Melendez. Gilbert Melendez has always kind of been like a wide, heavy dude, but he's always been able to stay in good shape.
I don't know. I don't know about this.
I apologize for that.
I think Thompson's gonna have that just because he's.
It's gonna be a whole lot of spinning shit going on. That's all I know.
That's true.
A whole lot of spinning shit going on. That's when Curtis Blades goes against Justin Willis.
Nazrat Hakparas. Damn, bro, that's a fucking name.
Yeah, man. How's he doing? He has
Luis Pena, I think.
He's won his last 2, so that's not bad. He'll go against
Macy Barber is back.
Jesse.
She's good. Looking out for her.
Macy Barber. I am all about that life, going against J.J. Aldrich. I think J.J. Aldrich trains with Rose Namajunas, if I'm not mistaken.
She's a little beast.
Yeah. Macy, everybody's talking about Macy Barber. She's like the next new thing.
Ronda Marcos.
Ronda Marcos, Angela Hill, a fight between two old school tough people. Huh?
I don't really like Angela Hill.
I like her.
Hers like her personality's annoying.
I don't know. I don't give a fuck about all that. As long as you can fight. Oh, what's his name? Wait, go down. What? Bryce Mitchell's coming back.
Who is that?
He's the guy who drilled his ball sack open.
Oh, shit, dude.
Yeah, man.
All right, well, welcome back, bro.
Welcome back, Bryce Mitchell.
Your balls are okay.
God bless you, sir. We're so glad everything is okay for you.
Careful with power tools.
We're going to see him fight. We're going to see him fighting in about 2 weeks. But, yeah, man.
It's going to be an interesting fight here. Barboza Gaethje. That could be a slobber knocker.
Barboza Gaethje.
Slobber knocker right there.
Carolina comes back after getting knocked out by Jessica Andrade.
Hottie. All right. We got some
Watterson.
We got some mud in that octagon. I'm fucking happy, man.
I cannot condone that you say anymore, sir.
All I mean is they're very attractive.
How are there only 3 matchups?
Because they haven't figured all the fights yet.
Oh shit!
Jesus, man,
there's like 6 fights. Oh no, Desmond Green. We'll see what happens with Desmond Green.
This thing's gonna be over in a fucking minute. Yeah,
Alexa Grasso versus Marina. I want Alexa Grasso to be great. Her and Irene Aldana have the
she's just not
potential
been living up to that
to be great Mexican. Well, I think they're from Mexican descent. Yeah, they're just Mexican. So yeah, like the next big thing, but they need to put the work in.
And then motherfucking UFC 236
every week there's gonna be a card, dude.
For the interim bout.
We're gonna have something to talk about every week. I love it.
It's gonna be amazing. And Kelvin Gastelum is the other signer.
Everybody gets an interim. You get an interim. Woo! You get an interim. You get an interim. Everybody gets an interim belt.
Crazy card, dude.
Fucking Tony Ferguson has an interim belt.
Eric Anders, Cliff Roundtree, that could be pretty
Eric
good.
Anders. Oh, I like Eric Anders. Oh, I remember Eric Anders. He was the guy who won that fight and was like, man, I haven't been that tired. It's my winning night.
Oh, shit.
That guy. Yeah, I'm all about that life.
That's funny.
Yeah, I don't mind him.
On this Volkov over him.
Yeah.
Romero Jacare too.
So that was announced earlier this week.
Yeah, because
we'll see how that goes.
Apparently Romero was like on a TV show that he got eliminated from, so now he's like available to fight.
Okay. I mean, we do what we do.
What the fuck? Brunson versus Elias Theodore?
I don't think that's the main. I think all of those don't have main.
Why is their picture on it?
Because that's the fight. That's probably to be determined. See, that's the card so far. Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
I don't think they have a main event for those yet.
It's very look, Arjan Singh Bhul. That's the Indian dude. He came out with that dude from
Juan Adams.
Right?
Ooh, that motherfucker, Juan Adams, dude. He's that big motherfucker. Your boy. He was in the Contender and he knocked motherfuckers out. But anyway,
this is the dude that came out with the WWE fighter, right? He's friends with that WWE fighter, Indian guy.
The Great Khali?
No. What the fuck's his name?
I don't know.
They came out with him.
Are you sure? I'm not sure I know.
Jinder Mahal?
Jinder Mahal?
Yeah, I think Jinder Mahal.
Oh. Well, Jinder Mahal's Canadian.
Yeah, but he was in WWE.
Right. You don't want to get me started on the bullshit that is the WWE. God damn.
No, we don't got time for that. We don't
got time for that.
We're already almost at an hour and a half.
I was just going to say, we're getting way ahead of ourselves, but a very, very exciting next couple of months of fighting. There's literally cards every fucking week. Holy shit. We're going to have plenty of stuff to talk about next week.
Hold on to your
week
panties.
After that,
there's 1 week that there's no fight, though, right here. Between Barbosa and Gaethje, that gets you wet your palate.
We'll be able to take a look. We'll be able to take a look at. I think they always do that. Yeah, they cut it off at 1 week before a pay-per-view card. so they can, like, I guess, give you some breathing room.
Gets
But
people-
hey,
gets
that just
people
gives us a week to talk
itching
about
for UFC.
Holloway versus Poirier. So I'm all about that.
I have to preview that, yeah.
And Gastelum versus Israel Adesanya. We'll definitely preview that during that week. But I think
Wrapping it up.
Wrapping it up there. Yeah, right. Once again, always getting ahead of ourselves as we usually do, talking about all the upcoming fights. But yeah, check
All
out
right.
next week, UFC London, Masvidal versus Darren Till. We'll see who wins that and who goes against Old Funky. And yeah, until then, we'll catch you later. And tip your waitresses. Mexico's great. And don't let kids sneeze on you.
Call your mom. She misses you.
Yeah,
You
you're
never
right.
call.
I should call my mom.